What is the author's main purpose in writing this passage? A. To explain that trees cannot grow in Antarctica anymore. B. To mention that Antarctica was a part of a larger continent and was much warmer. C. To explain the patterns of Arctic forests and the problems they used to face. Or D. To mention that Antarctica used to contain forests and to explain why. When selecting the main idea from a list of options, it can be helpful to approach it with the following mindset. Do all the sentences in this passage either lead up to, mention, or expound upon this idea? Let's take a look at our choices for some examples. A. To explain that trees cannot grow in Antarctica anymore. While it's true that trees can't grow in Antarctica anymore, and the passage definitely makes note of this, we'd be hard-pressed to say that it's the main point. If anything, the passage is much more focused on when trees did grow in Antarctica. As this is most likely not our answer, we can mark it as incorrect. B. To mention that Antarctica was a part of a larger continent and was much warmer. Using the method we mentioned at the beginning and asking ourselves if every sentence in the passage either leads up to, mentions, or expounds upon this, we can see that it simply isn't the case here. This idea is mentioned in the second paragraph, but nowhere in the first or third. Based on this alone, we can see that this isn't our answer and we can mark this choice as incorrect. C. To explain the patterns of Arctic forests and the problems they used to face. Although the last sentence of our text touches on the idea that it wasn't easy for these trees to survive in Antarctica, we'd be hard-pressed to say that this is the main idea of our article, as we see no mention of this concept in the first or second or even most of the third paragraph. And D. To mention that Antarctica used to contain forests and to explain why. You'll notice that out of our four choices, this one is the vaguest and can include many more subcategories than the other choices. In fact, all the other choices can fit within this concept. When looking for the main idea of a paragraph and comparing different choices, in general, vaguer is better, as by definition it's more all-encompassing, which is what we're looking for when it comes to questions like these. Because all our other choices fit neatly into this category, and glancing through our text again, we can see that all the sentences refer to this idea in one way or another, we can mark D to mention that Antarctica used to contain forests and to explain why as our final answer.